My name is Dexter Suarez, and I am an educator and the creator of a brand new education program that I call ClassQuest. Now, this program isn't an app or software, but rather an experience that is meant to be lived through for teachers and their students. Through ClassQuest, I strongly believe that I can guide students to succeed not only in the classroom, but in life as well. ClassQuest is a form of gamification in the classroom, where my goal is to weave entertainment, academic learning, and moral lessons together to create a meaningful experience that will live within the students for the rest of their lives. By doing so, I want to show the world that it is possible to perform fun learning activities while still practicing for standardized testing, and at the same time while teaching students about important lessons in life. So with that in mind, please know that most, if not all, of the resources created in this project are aligned to the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills Standards to ensure that the students are learning what needs to be learned within the curriculum. ClassQuest is introduced to the students in the form of a story on the very first day of school and will continue until the very last day of school. The students and I will play the main characters within the story, and as the narrative progresses, we will travel to places all around the world while learning about different cultures, different people, and ourselves. Students will be able to see schoolwork in all subjects through a lens that makes it appear as a fun, immersive, role-playing game. Not only is the story used for reading practice, it is the gateway that connects the classroom to a fantastical world within their minds and imagination. For example, the different learning stations and activities in the classroom are based on characters, locations, and concepts within the story. Math comes to life with educational games and activities where they collect weapons and armor to aid them as they defeat monsters alone, with groups, or as a class. Or they can even test their knowledge against their fellow classmates in the arena. Bland and boring assessments and homework assignments will take the form of big bad boss monsters to make arduous tasks such as these much more exciting. And if the students succeed, they will receive rewards for slaying the beasts they faced in battle. As for the rewards, there is a currency and trading card system in place. The currency can buy them various school supplies, but unlike other classrooms, their privileges are crafted using material cards that are also introduced through the story. Whether the students want to wear a hat to class for the day or sit next to their friend during an assignment, students will have to work together to collect materials and craft privileges to use in class. For morals and ethics, we will explore different hardships people may go through in life, and even us as a class will have to face many hardships within the story. The students themselves will actually have to work alone or together, depending on the situation, to figure out how to overcome these challenges and write about it. Students will also gain a sense of compassion for themselves and others as we learn and understand more about different problems people face in life. We'll discuss ideas on how to overcome some of these challenges so they can also build strength and resilience within themselves. Like most teachers, I want to make my classroom more fun and engaging while still retaining a high level of efficacy. Not only do I want to teach academics well, but I also wanted to teach about life lessons. But it was hard enough to even find time to teach that during the school day. Through various writing prompts, I still had times where I thought I taught meaningful life lessons, but days or weeks later, they seemed to be forgotten, especially if a student was going through a tough time, which is when I wanted them to remember them the most. So I started to brainstorm on how I could teach this better, and over time, I noticed that students knew and understood crazy complex ideas when they were associated with something they enjoyed. Video games, for example, can get incredibly complex, but for the students, understanding it seemed to be no problem. Why? Because they enjoyed it. But it wasn't only joy that helped them learn, it was any strong emotion that was connected to an experience. For example, traumatic events can oftentimes change people and their perspectives for the rest of their lives. Whether it makes them a better or worse person, even if they know it or not, they're learning from the experience and reacting in a certain way because of it. So after coming to this understanding, I wanted to unite student learning with meaningful emotions, to instill these ideas and concepts not only in their minds, but in their hearts as well. I then had the idea of creating a life simulator through reading, where I could guide the students and we would go on an adventure throughout the whole year, and as we'd go on this fantastical journey in our imagination, our classroom would come with us. The majority of my classroom teaching experience has been done in 4th and 5th grade, and after teaching all core subjects between those grade levels, ClassQuest is ideally designed for a 4th grade self-contained classroom. In my prior years, I've been able to include elements of the project in different parts of my teaching, and even then, it was incredibly effective. But after taking a few years off, I have pieced together all the fragments to create a fully immersive experience and a brand new way of looking at education and teaching. And just as a note for other teachers and administrators, please understand that I will not teach the entire curriculum in this one way. It mostly just provides consistent practice in math, reading, and writing, and engages students with other functions of the classroom. Please understand that I will still perform regular lesson planning based on the campus or team that I'm working with. Flexibility and adaptation works wonderfully with ClassQuest, and adjustments to teaching and planning can always be made to better tailor to the team or campus. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and as of right now, I'm just looking for a campus to call home, where I can share my creation with future students and colleagues. So if you're wanting to try something new for your campus, please don't hesitate to contact me, and feel free to explore my website where I discuss ClassQuest with other subject areas and school functions in more detail and with examples. Or if you know anyone else who might be interested in having this at their campus, please feel free to share this video with them. Thank you so much for your time and for watching.